Welcome to the stream, everybody. Let's turn that music down a little bit. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's having a great week. I'm having a fun time. I've finally managed to get a hold of a Canon M50 Mark II. I went through a whole big run around trying to get one, and Canon was just sitting on back order, so I took it into my own hands, went on Amazon, found a like open box never used kind of deal. Ended up costing just as much as brand new because these things are in high demand right now, but I think it's gonna be worth it. I really do. I'm so excited to dive into this and see what I can do with this camera. So that's what I want to spend most of the stream today doing. Unboxing. I've got the camera itself right here. So we're gonna be showing off that. I have opened it up just to make sure that everything was in there. But the only thing I've done is charge the battery so that we're good to go for today and make sure that it turns on. So everything else is brand new to me. I've just watched tutorials so that I have a little bit of a general idea of how we're gonna proceed today. That way we're not like completely lost, but I wanted to kind of have this show everybody how easy it is to get one of these things right out of the box, get this kit, the webcam utility kit, and this is supposedly everything that you need from Canon to turn your compatible Canon product, either a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, into a webcam and to be able to use it on your stream. So hopefully this works. I also have, so my end goal is getting this. I've heard that you can get a lot better quality using a cam link, but unfortunately the cords for those, the micro HDMI cords, are really hard to find where I live for some reason. Nobody has them, so I'm gonna have to order one, and next week I will probably do a stream setting that up, and we will do an unboxing for the Elgato Camlink 4K and just kind of see how that compares to the native software that Canon gives and the kit that they sent. Fair warning though, if you are trying to purchase this with the idea of using it as a webcam, you will need a kit like this pretty much. You will need to buy one because this contains the dummy battery and cable that you need to run it continuously. If I'm not mistaken, you can't run it continuously on battery power. It will just shut off. So that's not super great for streaming and even YouTube videos and anything. Like I could see just anything where you're not touching it, it's going to shut off after a little bit of time if it's on battery power. So you need to get at least a dummy battery and a cable for that, and this is the easiest way that I found to do it without going through a bunch of like third-party people on Amazon. Canon doesn't really seem to sell those single, from what I could find anyways, at least right now. So you will need to buy this on top of getting the cam link. You can't just buy a cam link and the camera and plug it in. You will need the kit with the dummy battery and all of that. But we're gonna see if we can get it to work with just this today. So let's start out just the camera. So, comes in, you got pretty basic manual, bunch of different languages on there. I think the actual manual that they send you doesn't really have a whole lot of info. It's basically just like, this is how you turn it on. So like that is the manual compared to all of the other languages that it comes in. So not really a whole lot of info there, but it's just basically getting you fired up and making sure that you don't break it within the first 10 seconds. Nicely packed in there. Here's the camera itself. So tiny. Look at that. It's so small. I was not expecting it to be this just tiny, because I'm coming from, let me see, where is it? I'm coming from shooting on like DSLRs, and like you can just see the difference. This is probably about like half the weight. So yeah, let me stack it up side by side. That's the difference in size for these. So my original Rebel, this one is what I've been shooting with for a while, since last year. Not very practical at all, but it got me through. I got some videos out of it, and that one was about $400 for the kit. This one I spent about $800 on total, for the kit and for the stream accessories and all that stuff. So right about double. We got basic Canon strap comes with it. Get the strap. Little camera lens. Whoop. Really solid little lens. Feels nice. Doesn't feel quite as I mean, it's definitely a it's not one of their more expensive lenses, but it's definitely better than the lens on the Rebel for sure. It's got a much more solid feel to it. It's not as plasticky and clunky. It's nice. So this one is the 15 to 45 millimeter lens. I believe this is the standard lens that they send it with, unless you go out of your way to order a different kit. But I think this is just the basic lens. So, and I also had the battery in here, took that out. And that's everything that came in the box. Oh, and there was also, I forgot, battery charger. So this came with it as well. Battery charger, nice cable. I'm guessing this is, you know, surge protector and all that stuff. Good stuff to keep all your electronics from getting fried. Oh, back where you came from. So I love this. It's amazing. It's so good. Let's get it fired up. I'm gonna just leave the strap. Leave the strap, take the camera. Just take that off. Nice and smooth. I mean, I guess it just makes sense because there's just so much less mechanical apparatus going on in there. Like with the DSLRs, there's the mirror that needs to come up and everything that, you know, flips up to expose the sensor, and that just takes up space. With these, they're allowed to be so small because there's just nothing there. It's all just sensor. So nice solid click going in. It doesn't feel, there's no real wobble to anything. Everything feels solid when you move it. There's no jiggle. The only thing that I can feel jiggling a little bit is the battery compartment. The battery compartment is just the tiniest bit loose. But that's not really, that doesn't really bother me too much. Everything else feels solid. It doesn't feel plasticky, doesn't feel cheap. It's got a good weight to it. Leviathan, what's up? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, fits in the hand nice. It's much smaller than I was anticipating, much smaller. It's honestly, like if I was going out shooting with this, just like traveling and stuff, it might even be like a little bit too small to hold super comfortably. Just because like my thumb, here, still getting used to these. I haven't done very many unboxing videos. So my thumb covers the little back panel. So this flips out and there is your screen, which you then can flip so you can have it front facing, or you just close it and then you have it, you know, regular back panel. But when I'm sitting here shooting, my thumb is getting smeared all over that. It doesn't look like there's any touch sensitive parts. This is a touch screen, by the way, which is pretty cool. Makes it really easy for if you're, you know, doing vlogging style and you got it up like that. You know, you can touch the screen and still do everything that you need to and control it without having to fiddle with all of the buttons up here and try to risk dropping it and things like that. Draco, hey, what's up, dude? You're on you. Oh, I see what happened. Gotcha. Well, welcome to the stream, Draco. I was like, Leviathan, I don't recognize that one. Yeah, so that's the only thing. It's a little bit cramped on the back. It's a little bit too small, I think, for like average going around shooting stuff outside. I think that it might get a little bit, I could see myself getting cramped and dropping this a lot unless I have it just on the strap and I'm like, it just feels like everything's really close together for having this be a compatible like outdoors shooting camera, in my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. And honestly, this is not made for that. It's not made for that at all. It's not made to go out and traipse around town and take photos and take pictures. Like, they have other cameras that are made for that. This is a streamer's camera. They've even said it. Like, this is made for streamers and vloggers and people who are looking more to shoot video and have that mobile, fast, that quick camera that they can just kind of take with them and shoot and do what they need to, but also with the streaming capabilities of coming home, just setting it up there, plugging it in and using it as a webcam. Just an overall all-around video content creators camera, which you can also use to take pictures, if that makes sense. It doesn't seem like they made this with photographers in mind. And you can just tell by the feel of it and the layout of it. This is definitely more video focused. So let's get it kicked on. Oh, hey, Oz. You want to come up here? Like, what is beating on my leg? It's this little boy. Hey, little boy. What you up to? Kisses? Lots of kisses? Block. No, not in the mouth. Alright. I need coffee to wash that out. Ah. Ugh. Dog tongue. Bap. You want to just hang out on my lap? So this is Oz, for anybody who hasn't met him. He's a very, very affectionate little boy. He's gonna hang out on my lap. He usually does this when I'm working, like doing like social media work and all my other various projects. He's usually up chilling on my lap. So when I'm streaming, he gets kind of put out. He's like, are you kidding me? I'm always on your lap. What's going on here? What is this bullshit? All right, so let's turn it on. So like I said, I have gone ahead and charged the battery, put that in. Oh, we need to put an SD card in as well. So you just click that, pops right open. I just grabbed this SD card, just a cheap 32 gig, just to give it something. So you technically don't need really any storage. From what I've researched, you don't need any storage to do streaming or video capture with this, like if you're going straight into your computer, but you do still need an SD card. There we go, nice and smooth. You do still need an SD card because it will have this little notification pop up at the bottom, please insert SD card, and that won't go away, and that will show up in your video. So that's the only reason that you need one, unfortunately. So even if you just have an old cheap, you know, small SD card, throw it in, you'll be fine, you'll be good to go. Oz, calm down, dude. Will you just let me grab you a pillow or something? He's like falling all over the place on my lap. It's not flat enough and he's trying to curl up and go to sleep, but he just keeps sliding off onto the floor. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab him a pillow. There we go. Dog comfortable, I'm comfortable, don't have to worry about him literally falling onto the floor and dragging my headset with him. That was the main concern. He has like literally 2 inches to go to the floor, so it's not like it's gonna hurt him, but he's just gonna end up ripping my whole thing setup down. But anyways, so I got the SD card in, we got the battery in, let's kick her on. Comes on. Push and hold the lens switch in up direction, then rotate the lens to enable shooting. Okay, so there's a little lens lock on this one. It's a little slot right there, you push that, rotate, and it clicks. There you go, and now you can start shooting. Let me flip this out. See? So you got, right now I believe we're just on auto everything. Yeah, everything is set to just auto right now. So I'm going to try to get this done as easily as possible. I'm not gonna mess around with the settings a whole lot today. I'm going to just try to get this set up as a webcam as fast as possible, to show everybody how easily you can get this put into OBS Studio and get creating. Because you know, you can all fiddle around with the settings when you buy one. You can fiddle around with them yourself. I'll sit down this afternoon and spend some time with it, and next time we go live I'll share anything that I find. But I think that's fun. One of the fun things about buying a new camera is just sitting down and just playing around with it. All you need to know is just the basics of how to get where you need to be, and then you can go from there. You're all smart people. So next we're gonna do this, which is going to make this into a webcam. So this cost me $60 on Amazon, right about there. I got it reduced, but normally it's around 80. Seems a little bit high, but it's Canon certified, all that stuff. It is certainly a butt to get open. Come on. Come on. Cannot get it open. Come on. All right, I'm just gonna cut the box. Stupid box. It has these little flaps, and the flaps will not come undone. The camera cost me $750. I think it was about 800 all said and done. I got an open box, never used deal on Amazon. Normally I think they're right about the same. So these are really hard to get a hold of new. Right now Canon is really backed up on them, and I had one sitting on back order for a couple months, or almost 2 months. And there's no updates or anything, so I just ended up going on Amazon and found this deal. And they shipped to my house 2 days later. I had a camera, so that was definitely worth it. But yeah, it was right around 800. You know what? I'm just gonna rip it. Screw it. Trying to be neat. Sometimes sometimes you just gotta get in there. You just gotta get messy. Get messy. I win. Trying to decide between the one you got and the Sony a6100. I've heard the Sony's really good. That was just a little bit, if I remember correctly, that was the one that I was looking at that was a little bit out of my price range. Plus, I have just been really used to using Canons. I've always had Canons since I got into photography when I was in high school. It was my first digital camera that I bought, was a Canon Rebel. So I'm just kind of used to their products. I probably will be switching though, because the customer service experience with Canon has been really bad. Just between the whole back order thing, there was a lot of hassle there, making me set up an account and not having accessibility options for people who are, you know, non-binary and things like that. It was just not an amazing experience. So I'm just grabbing everything out of here. The product itself is great, absolutely, but Canon themselves I can't really vouch for. Let's see. So we have a DC coupler, power adapter, and we have the interface cable, which looks like, to me it just looks like a micro USB to a USB. I don't know why they're making this like, oh, interface cable from Canon. Like, it's a micro USB. Get off your freaking high horse. It's not some fancy thing. I could have bought this for like $12. But mainly, you know, mainly what I bought this for is this whole setup. So like that's something that I was mentioning earlier in the stream in case you missed it, is you do need to buy a setup like this to be able to use it as a webcam. Even if you have like the cam link or a capture card of some sort, you do still need this stuff. So this is the valuable part of the kit, not the interface cable, super fancy micro USB. So let's see. Engine Connect. Yeah, I don't need that. I do need this. So this is what you're going to need to download, is the EOS webcam utility software. So let's... I'm going to pop over there. I'll get that downloading real quick. I purposefully didn't download it beforehand because I wanted to see how fast of a process this is start to finish, from like opening the box to getting it put into OBS. Canon EOS webcam utility. Live stream like a pro with our EOS webcam utility software. Choose your operating system, Windows. All right, Windows official release, update 1.1, All I want to do is download it. Where is it? Before you begin, download the Getting Started guide. Software download instructions. Select your model. Where's my camera? All right, I'm gonna switch over to show you guys my screen real quick so we can walk through this. Go. All right. So, that's not what I want to do. So we have EOS Rebels, not what I want, M50 Mark II, there we go. Drivers and downloads, I'm guessing this would be the thing, yeah, drivers and downloads. There are no drivers that you need. Okay. Software? EOS utility, digital EOS utility. They certainly do not make this super simple. Okay, back. Select to download the utility, okay. Select the software tab, select Windows 10 operating list, find EOS webcam utility. Okay, so I guess we were kind of on the right track. They just made it a little bit interesting. So drivers and downloads, then we'll go to software, Windows 10. I'm guessing it's just this one, EOS utility for Windows. Software for communicating your EOS digital camera. You can download your computer images as well as shoot remotely from EOS utility on your computer. I guess that's the one. Yeah, it sounds like the one. Okay, installing your downloads. Okay, yeah, I got that. I know how to install things. Alright, so let's extract. There we go, extract. I think I am gonna keep this on my... Yeah, I'm gonna keep this on my fast hard drive, my SDD, because that way, hopefully it'll be a little bit speedier, I'm guessing. Usually things to do with streaming and system files and everything like that, I keep on my my faster hard drive, and then all of the like bigger stuff, like, you know, graphics and overlays and things like that, I shove onto my bigger hard drive. But all right, so that was pretty easy. Just extracted the files, bringing up the installer. US, Canada, okay, yep, that one. And that one. That one. Start installing, close any other open. Are you kidding me? You're gonna make me close everything else? Well, I can't do that because I'm streaming. So how about I don't, and you just install? G lens, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's just install all of that. Let's see if it'll actually do it, or if it's gonna go, no, you must close everything because we're evil and we're Canon. Yes, do the thing. It seems like it's gonna do it. It doesn't seem like it's gonna make me stop streaming. Cool. Complete. Finish. Yes. So, I was hoping it would kind of like open. So what do I do now? DSLR. I wonder if I just need to like plug it in then. What does it say? Click download and start downloading. Okay, so then I guess I would just go through the process of getting all of this stuff plugged in with the camera. And then we should be able to have it just pop up, would be my guess. And then I could add, so in theory, what's gonna happen is this will pop up as an option when I plug the camera in, and it'll pop up to, would you like to remote shoot? Then I can open it up, I can control the camera from the computer, and then add that as a source to OBS. So let me see. I'm gonna pop the dog down on the floor gently, boy, gently. There you go. I'm sorry, sweetie, you gotta go on the floor for a minute. Paul, welcome to the stream. It says, do you have any thoughts on the Sony ZEV-10? I know you said you've been a Canon fanboy. I honestly haven't really looked into the Sonys. They're kind of were out of my price range for this point. So I'll be completely honest with you, I don't really have much of an opinion on them. So this is, okay, so this is really simple actually. So this is a dummy battery that plugs in to the bottom of your camera. So you just pop this open. If I had fingernails, I could do it. There we go. Pop your regular battery out. Pop this baby in. Maybe. Do you want to get in there? missed the price on this Canon. This one altogether cost me $800. That's why I personally feel like this is they released it for just specifically streamers and vloggers. It has all the features like the flip around front-facing camera. You can, move that around as you want to. This is a touchscreen as well, so if you're vlogging, you can have it up like this and still control everything. Great for, live streaming. You can just set it up there. You can see exactly what's going on. Yeah, it just seems like they've really put a lot of thought into this. Like I was saying at the beginning, it just doesn't seem like it's super comfortable to hold. So I would not recommend this for somebody looking at it for more like run and gun type stuff. It feels like I would get cramped up too easily. My fingers are I have small hands relatively, and they're even just like a little cramped on here trying to get in between the buttons and stuff. You can see on the back, I'm a little bit cramped here. Let me flip it around this way. I'm a little cramped for space. Is it the Z? The ZEV is around 700? Huh, I'll need to check into that. Is that a mirrorless like this one, or is that a more of like a point and shoot like webcam replacer? I know, baby, you want to get back up here, but you got to give me a minute. So original battery, pop that over there. And then this, I wonder if there's a way that I could... Oh wait, is there? Oh shoot! So like, so everybody was complaining in the reviews that there's no way to run the cable through. They freaking thought of a way to run the cable through. On the M50s, I've read so many things. Let me clarify that. On the M50s, I've read so many things about how everyone complains that there's no way to run the cable through when you get the dummy battery, but on this one, there's a little flap that comes up and you can just put the cable right through it. So let me show you. That's a really good deal. Sony streamer vlogger camera. I don't know why that didn't come up on any of the sites I was looking at. Cause I was looking at a bunch of different blogs, obviously, when I was researching which one I wanted to get. I was like, well, I mean, is there a way I can get out of this a little bit cheaper than almost $1,000? And no, there was not, and unless I wanted to go with like the Elgato face cam or whatever, which was not really the quality level that I was going for. I really want that flexibility of having the mirrorless like entire system rather than just having a webcam. So we got a little power cable here. Don't look like anything too fancy. Yeah, pretty basic power cable. I would, as always, like with my cameras, I'm sure you can find a setup cheaper. But I personally, if I'm spending this much money, I'm gonna buy the stuff straight from the manufacturer. Even if it is pricey, I would much rather have the peace of mind, unless you're somebody who knows electronics and has a source that you buy stuff from that you trust not to screw you over. I'm not gonna put my $800 camera in the hands of a crappy $10, Wish power cable. So this baby is just going to plug right into this little spot. Perfect. And that's a heavy brick. All right. So that plugs in perfectly, just right into the bottom. Battery pack nice and closed off, sealed. Everything is, nothing's hanging out. It's perfect. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm so happy with this. All right. Paul says I'm looking for something to use as an overhead desk shot that's better than a webcam. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, that seems, I guess it's just what you're working with. For me, that seems really pricey for just like an overhead shot. I would probably go for something like the webcam, the Elgato face cam. If I was looking for something like that, where it's going to be a wider shot, you don't need that, I hate the term, but like cinematic effect. I personally would go with something like the face cam. All right, let me pop my headphones off. I'm gonna grab my tripod and get this set up and plugged in, and we'll see how the webcam utility pops up. My hair is doing some crazy stuff today. I don't even know what's happening right now. I did shower, it's just like, it's just all over the place. Jesus Christ. What are you currently using right now for a camera, Paul? Ozzy is sitting under here looking so dejected. He's so mad I put him on the floor. He hasn't even moved. He's just sitting on the pillow staring at me. He's like, and you're putting me back on your lap when? Exactly? So I've definitely heard that this is going to be a little bit clearer image. Used with the like cam link or something of that nature. Sorry, I'm just getting this extension off my tripod real quick. Using the cam link or a capture card is going to give you a much clearer image and better frame rate from what I'm seeing, but I can't really find the right cord for that at the moment. Nothing around town had it in stock, so I'm gonna have to just hold off for a minute. Yeah, there we go. So I have this handy mount. What I do a lot of times is I'll put this mount on my tripod so it sits right below my camera, and I'll email my scripts to myself. That way I can have the script right below the camera, and if I get lost, I can just have my notes right there. And that's how I do most of my filming. So this little attachment, absolute game changer for my content. That way I don't have to keep looking back and forth between camera, screen, you know, wherever I have my notes at. It makes everything a whole lot more natural, but with my attention span and, you know, my neurodiversity, it definitely gets a little out of hand sometimes when I'm filming, so I'll just go on a rant. That's fine when you're streaming because you need to do that. You need to keep things rolling, but when you're filming, you gotta keep on task a little bit, and it gets crazy out of hand. And I'll end up with like 30 minutes, and I only wanted a 10-minute video, and I'm just like, my God, my editing is gonna take so long. All right, so got it up here, super tiny, really small. But that is great for, that's a great thing for anybody looking to use this like as an overhead, or something that needs to be mounted. It's not gonna be super heavy, it's not gonna be super cumbersome. This thing weighs so much less than my other Canon DSLR. Like, this thing weighs a good chunk. This weighs probably as much as a carton of orange juice. I don't know how much that weighs, but roughly about the same as that. And this one weighs probably about as much as a good apple. Relative terms, to get the point across. This is how we Americans measure things. It's about half a bald eagle. Oh good, there's plenty of room. So I was worried that there wouldn't be enough room to plug in on the bottom. I'm just kind of expecting there to be little issues or snags, but so far they've pretty much thought of everything with this, which is cool. Stay, yeah, that'll stay. All right, so let's pop this baby over here. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I've been wanting a mirrorless camera set up since I was back in Maine, starting streaming on Mixer like 2 years ago. I heard Harris talking about mirrorless cameras and how to set up the Sony and all that stuff before this version came out. And I was just like, I need that. I'm never gonna be happy with how my stuff looks until I have one of those cameras. And I haven't. I've never been fully happy with how my stuff looks. So now we will see. And I've even made some pretty good videos that I'm proud of, but just hasn't been quite what I was looking for. And the aesthetic in my head just has never quite lined up. Paul says, to be honest, I would use it for other things more than an overhead shot. Yeah, if you're going to be using it for more filming than just the overhead shot, I would definitely go with it then. It's so versatile. It just, from everything I've read about it, it's just such a handy little camera. And the size of it is really what gets me. I keep mentioning that. It's not all about the size, but it really is when it comes to a camera sometimes. You don't want a big bulky thing hanging out on the wall, and especially if you're trying to mount it or take it with you or be mobile or do it on like a like one of those gyroscopes. You're trying to do vlogging and stuff. You don't want something that's gonna be like 10 pounds and dragging your arm down and making life miserable. Yeah, I was gonna show you where it's set right now, but I've got my cord management all locked down, so I can't really move my webcam. So there we go. It's pretty rough, but gets you a little bit of a sense of how it's sitting with everything. There we go. Yo, Shifty, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Oz? He is. Oz is just like hanging out. He's just staring at me. It's just like, what are you doing? He's like, you put me on the floor, you can fuck right off and do your thing. That's hilarious. So, I got it all plugged in. I just need to get it plugged into the PC now. We got the power all plugged in. I got this turned on. Hopefully this cable's long enough. Jeez. All right. Okay, so this is going into the regular micro USB camera. What else do I have plugged in here? Okay, so I gotta run it around the back. I don't have an open USB 3 on my front of my PC, so we'll run it around the backside. Run it right around the backside. Love getting to go to run all around the backside. Cable's trying to kill my plants. Cooperate, please. I'm just smacking into everything here. So, plugged in, it's turned on. All right, turned on. Aha. Autoplay EOS utility. I don't want to take any action. Okay. So, it is showing me just a little box. I have the screen flipped around so I can see myself. Hopefully. In theory. Unless, oh, no, it doesn't look like it's gonna let me see myself on the screen. So it looks like when you have it plugged into the PC, it just reverts everything to the PC. It doesn't look like you can control anything through the LCD touchscreen that flips around to the front. Which is fine. I'm wondering if I'll be able to use that for autofocus though, because that would be convenient. So let me hop over to EOS utility. Okay, I'm just going through the basics. Ah, it does let me, it does show me up. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. It has eye tracking too. So it tracks my eyes. All right, let's remote shoot. Cool, so remote shoot will allow me to do that. Let me pull this up. So y'all can see. Okay, so over here we have the EOS webcam utility. So this is going to let me control the camera from my PC. And it'll constantly update and show what the settings are, update exposure, all sorts of good stuff. I can change my mode. Oh, this is like an autofocus. I can change to manual focus, remote manual focus, autofocus. Okay, cool. I can choose where everything goes, so I can just sit here and film directly from this if I wanted to. Huh, so that's interesting. I could just film directly from this. Unfortunately, as far as I know, that's gonna be coming through camera audio. So what I could do is set this up to remote shoot, plug in my like my lav mic that I have, and use that if I wanted to do informal, like quick impromptu shots. So let's pop over to see about adding this as a source. Let me just check and make sure it's available before I bring this up. So this should be all you have to do to get this in as a source. Video capture device. Cam. No. So it's not showing up. It's not showing up right now. Let me see. Preferences. Let me just check preferences here. Window, station folder. So I'm just trying to bring up, let me pull up my live thing so you can see what I'm doing here. I hate bringing that up with all of this stuff in the background, but so I have this up at the moment. Remote shooting, start live view, stop live view, turn on cameras. Okay, so this is all good. Basic settings, go to show main window. All right, so this all should be fine. I wonder, live view shoot? Okay, remote live view. Now I wonder if I can come over here and add that as a source. Video capture device. We'll go with this one and we'll just change properties. No, it is still not showing up. Okay. Wonder. Let's get rid of that real quick. I wonder if I can just add this as a display capture. No, not what I wanted. So yeah, I intentionally tried to go into this as kind of light as possible. M50, no, that's not what I want. So that I could see just how quickly you can actually get this set up. So we do have footage. You can see that it's working. You can see that I am getting the webcam coming through. That actually looks really crisp right out of the box. That looks really good. That's not too shabby right out of the box. That's unfortunately not what I want. Because this has everything on it, and all I want is this. So this is not quite what I need to be doing, but you can at least see that it is running. We have it set up. It's really sharp. It's really crisp. This is just a really basic setup. I haven't tweaked any settings in this. Nice and crisp all the way in, zoomed in on my face. Yes, you like? I love that. That's so easy. So now it's just getting it into the let's close that out. It's just about getting it into the actual webcam instead of that. All right, so let's get rid of window capture. So that's not what I want. So let me actually look this up, because it supposedly, unless I missed a step, since I have the webcam utility installed, it should just fire up unless I installed the wrong thing. So let me pop back over here. Nah, that's not what I wanted. No, turn off. Trying to turn off my GIFs. Turn off the sources, not make the sources more sourcey. How's your day going, Shifty? Thank you for stopping by and hanging out for the stream. I appreciate that. That's good to see you. It's not under a video capture source? Not right now. I was kind of hoping it would be, but it doesn't seem to be showing up. So I'm on one right now. Pop up to device. It just shows up with my Logitech and OBS virtual camera, and then Elgato game capture. it's not showing up this as a source. So I'm just kind of troubleshooting real quick, seeing what's going on with it, and we'll see how fast we can do this. My goal today is to get this 100% start to finish out of box to replacing this webcam that I currently have up, so that everybody can see roughly how fast it takes to do it as a beginner, somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of tech experience. So let's installed it while using OBS. I might just have not updated OBS. That's a possibility. But let me just double check, make sure I didn't do anything wrong or download the wrong software real quick. Mark II as a webcam. But that is a very good point. That very well could be what's going on. I also think I might have downloaded the wrong one. Let me check. I might have downloaded the wrong one real quick. No, this is the right one. EOS webcam utility. Okay. Interesting. It'll have to be restarted. Oh, okay. I wonder if that'll completely shatter my broadcast. We're gonna try something. We're gonna try real quick. Okay, hold on. We'll see if this destroys everything. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. I was like, because the OBS is kind of weird with YouTube sometimes, where it'll still keep live streaming on YouTube. Like, it'll still keep the stream going until I go to YouTube Studio and tell it to shut off, even if I turn off OBS. I should be able to just kick this back on though. Yeah, like Shifty said, I should be able to just kick this back on. So OBS will end the stream, it'll go blank for a minute, and then YouTube will still be going. So I should be able to just kick this right back on and fire it up again. So bear with me for 1 second.